Good afternoon, simmers and viewers. Welcome to a new different series of flying on the Dan Sim Pilot channel. And this is going to be a world tour. What to expect from this series is that we are going to fly basically around the world, and it's going to be informative because we will share some information about the place that we are flying to. Plus, I would try to find fly with the airline that is for that specific country. For example, today we fly to Rome, and we are flying with Aero Italia. I hope I pronounced that right. My Italian is not that great. And while we are up in the air in cruise level, we will have a look at our in-flight screens, where we will have a slight informational video about Rome itself. And then we will land, and the next flight will be from Rome to another city, and then we will have more information about that city on the in-flight screens for the passengers. That's the plan, and basically it's gonna have so much flights that we will fly around the world at one point, but it's always the question which airport we're going to. That means that we're not always having ATC online for VetSim. For example, we are now in Amsterdam because, well, I'm from the Netherlands, so we start in the Netherlands, but there's no ATC online, which is not a problem. We know that we can fly with ATC. Now it's just going to be more for fun, and we're going to go outside of Europe eventually, and we're just going to see where it is going to bring us in the next months. So first, let's go to Rome and start this first leg of our world tour. There we go, in the cockpit of the Boeing 737, and we are going to cue the crew as usually to start boarding.
Crew, whenever you're ready.
I have a bit of hay fever, so if you hear me being a bit having a cold, but it's just hay fever and allergies.
No problem.
And we are starting to board. First of all, we have the block fuel of 9,085. There we go, let's start the fuel. The amount of passengers is 158. Oh, the door's not open. I thought I opened the doors. There we go. Alright. Payload, the cargo is 3.9. And no. That's completely wrong. This comes closer to it. There we go. Much better. Let's get going for our position. There we go. Our route. We downloaded our route and we go to Rome. Taken from SimBrief, as you've seen from my previous videos. Where I explain how SimBrief works. Because I have another series on this channel which is explaining how to become a sim pilot, airliner sim pilot, and the first 3 videos are online, which is taking care of the software, how to use SimBrief, and how to use Navigraph. And next up will be how my knowledge about the fly-by-wire plane. So, since there's no ATC online, we can just tune our departure how we loaded it from our route from SimBrief. And that's taking off from runway 24 with the... Let me have a look. Lop 3 Sierra Yankee departure, which is this one. Here we go. And alright. We don't have to ask for any clearance. We need to tune into Unicom because we want to know what the other pilots are doing. There we go. Let's fill out our performance. Our cost index for today, 34. Our reserves, 3169. The zero fuel weight of 59.8. There we go. Cruise level for today will be 35,000, flight level 350. Precision altitude, we need to see that on our chart. Well, let's keep it at 3,000 right now. There we go. And the wind, let's have a look what our main wind is going to be like. As soon as we are up in the air, double the climb, 350, so that's, let's fill this out, 262 slash 067. It's an average cruise wind. So there we go. Insufficient fuel. We didn't fuel up yet. We are still fueling. Which is okay. Then we're gonna have a look at our chart. How we're gonna fly today. Amsterdam, Schiphol Airport. We are right over here. We taxi to runway 24. We take off. And then we will have a max knots of 220. Continue on. And we need to stick with flight level 65. Alright. Oopsie. Requires a minimum climb gradient. Alright. Alright. Initial climb clearance is 60. So we'll keep it at that. And then we'll see. Here we go. Our heading is 24, so I'd like to put it there. Still gonna put this in. There we go. I like to have the traffic on. All good. We're still fueling up. So let's see how the cargo is doing. Almost done with the cargo, so that's good. What I'm going to be scared of is if there's ATC online that I'm going to be saying KLM, because that's what I've been flying with for the last couple of months. But I like to switch things up, keep things interested. So we're going to fly with different airliners in this world tour. To start with Aero Italia, because we go to Rome. As you see, I also changed the overlay up top, because first I had the colors of KLM, and since we will not be flying with a steady airliner, but keep it changing, created a different overlay that fits the channel. And we'll load it up, so release the cargo loaders. Now we just need to wait for the fuel, because then it can say it's using reserve fuel. Yeah, no, that's not the point. So let's wait for this. Let's have a look around. What is going on over there? He's having a windy land. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright. Well, he did land the plane, but that was... I've seen better landings from me, to be honest. Alright, let's have a look further. Looks about right now. Let's put our transponder on. Here we go. Let's put it on 1212. I like 1212. There we go. I hope that Korean Air is knowing how to taxi. Well, he still made it to the ground, so he should be fine. He should be fine. And fuel has loaded. Still a bit. Alright, so release the fuel truck. Turn on the lights for seat belts. There we go. And now let's see what it says. I think it should be fine now. Does not give me a warning, no. So good. Flaps 5 as usual. Center of gravity, let's fill it out automatically. And then we have a V2 of 151. Great. Start the APU. Where we need the fuel pumps. Great. APU. There we go. Now our hydraulics system. Quantity 100%, 100%, pressure 0. Sometimes you need to give this maintenance. Let me just have a look that we just do that. EPNDG, aircraft, failures, all systems, maintenance, service all. Yes. Yeah, so this is quite good. We've taken our departure route, so that's also great. At the inlet. Oh, good. And we have our APU ready, so we can turn off the ground power. Disconnect from the ground power. Release. Are we still boarding? We are done with boarding in this, but in my other software, this one here, we are still boarding with 7 passengers. So we'll wait for them while we get our pushback going. Here we go. So what is nice is that we can actually now have a bit of a weather briefing. And it looks quite okay. We can have so much. But looks like we're gonna have a nice flight. There's a bit of rain over here, but for here we're good. It's new in Navigraph, which is really nice. Let's zoom in, see which gate we are, and tell people that we start to push back.
Thank you very much. Cabin crew, please arm doors and cross-check. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. My name is Daniel Cristiani, and I'd like to welcome you on board of this flight. We're not anticipating any delays, so we hope to be up in the air in the next 15 minutes or so. We are currently finishing up preparing the flight. Please get yourself seated and secured in the meantime so we can make a departure as soon as we're finished. Thank you.
Okie dokie, let's start our pushback. We get off the blocks. So we start our black box. Have a look at the engines. There we go. Remove. Let's have a look over here. That we pumps are on. Let's have the anti-collision, the yaw damper, hydraulics, the window heat, 3,000, 35,000. APU bleed needs to be on. Alright, that's all good, that's all good. Then we need to have the elevation, general elevation of Rome. It's 14. Alright, so we keep it at 0. That's good. And we're good to go.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by.
Really need to be good with the with the call sign. Aero Italia. All right.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence. Please release
It will start in
parking
the
brake.
sequence.
This is... Why is this always a problem with the PMDG? To release the parking brake. There we go. Alright. Air Italia 496 pushing back from Bravo 27.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brakes set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Ground. You may disconnect.
Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Good engine start number 2. Starting engine number 1. Ignite. So far, no discontinuities, if I say that right. But, yeah. Okay, we're good. Good engine start. That is all great. We change into continue. Generators of the engines. Turn off the APU. Taxi lights. Let's have a look further. That is all great, all great. Let's turn on the probe heat and turn up this one and the packs on. That is all good. Then we do the brake, and we have actually a bit more fuel also in the center tank, so we turn these pumps on. There we go. So that's also fixed. Put our flaps to number 5. This is flap 1, flap 2, and flap 5. Yes, that's okay. Alright, now we go have a look at the trim. 5.81. That's this button. Alright. Then let's test our flight system. Bank to the right, bank to the left. Ascent and descent. Rudder pedals. rudder pedal calibration. That looks great. And the passenger view. There we go. Airtel 496 taxiing to runway 24. We're having this problem again with the parking brake. I always seem to have trouble with this parking brake. There we go. That's better. Now we can start moving. Yes, there we go. Nothing coming, but if someone comes from the left. So we just cross here. Looks like nothing is coming. There we go. Amsterdam traffic, Air Italia 496 lining up runway 24. Landing lights. Crew, take a seat. When the crew is ready, we can go for it.
Cabin crew, seat for takeoff.
Amsterdam traffic. Air Italia 496, taking off runway 24. Double ding dong means the crew is seated. We're waiting for that right now. There we go. Means we're ready to go. Throttle 40. Toga. $80 knots. 100 knots.
Rotate.
Rotate. Careful.
Positive rate of climb.
Landing gear. We're having a bit of stuttering. Anyway, standard QNH. Initial climb level, almost there. Continue to our cruise level. We can turn these lights off over here now, because the landing gear is in. But the main landing lights will keep on until flight level 100, flight level 100. We'll put up the flaps. Bit overspeed below this flight level, but that's all gonna be good because now we go jump to a faster and we'll turn off the landing lights. Automatic pilot. Let's have a look at the guests. Turn off the seatbelt sign. There we go. And we are on our way to Rome. Everything looks fine. We are on our way to cruise level. Is there any ATC on the way right now that we need to take a look at? No. There we go, that's us. And it doesn't really look like that there's anything online right now. It can be that it's still gonna happen, but yeah, you don't know. What am I doing? I just need to have this now. There we go. All right. This is alright, the flaps are good. Turn this right there. I didn't put this one in. We can do it in our destination later anyway, so that's all good. But we're still gonna be flying for a while now. Have a look at our route. And then you'll see that we're gonna fly around Eindhoven, Belgium, France. Right, yep. And then Switzerland and Italy. Nicely over the Alps. It's a bit cloudy, so cannot promise anything that that there's stuff to see. Fuel. Well, yeah, that's because our fuel in the center is 0. So we can turn this off. We used all the fuel from the center pump, so now we use the wings fuel, which is still enough. We continue on to cruise level. And for now, I would like to invite you to learn a bit more about our destination. And after this video, which will be showed on the in-screen displays, like the display for the passengers, there will be a short video with more information about our destination, which is Rome. So I'd like to invite you to take a seat in the back and watch this video. After that, we will jump to the fast forward as the previous videos, and when we start to descend, we will be right back. So enjoy the video of Rome and then the nice overview and the fast forward of the flight.
Welcome to the Dancing Pilot World Tour. Our first destination of the tour is Rome, which is the capital city of Italy. Italy is famous for its huge contributions to the world of art, architecture, fashion, opera, literature, design, and of course their cuisine with pizza and pasta. We will land at Rome Leonardo da Vinci Fiumicino Airport. It is the busiest airport of Italy and the 10th busiest airport in Europe and the world's 49th busiest airport with over 29.3 million passengers served in 2022. As of 2022, it has won the Best Airport award in the category of hubs with over 40 million passengers. Rome, as mentioned before, is the capital of Italy, but also the capital of the Lazio region. It has a population of 4.3 million people, which is the 7th most populated city of Europe. So what to do in Rome? Here are some interesting tourist attractions. The Colosseum. Debuting in 80 AD, the 50,000-seat Colosseum famously hosted frenzied spectators who would watch gladiators facing off against each other or wild animals. More than any other monument, this iconic amphitheater symbolizes the power and drama of ancient Rome, and still today it's an electrifying sight. Forum Romanum. Near the Colosseum is the Roman Forum, a bustling stretch of markets and temples in its heyday. To walk through the tumble-down remains is to retrace the footsteps of the great figures of Roman history, like Julius Caesar, Augustus, and Pompey. Spanish Steps. This is one of the city's icons and top people-watching spots. In the springtime, when some of its 135 steps are draped in colorful flowers, it's a particularly lovely place to linger. Trevi Fountain. A stop at Rome's largest and most famous water feature, the fleshy Trevi Fountain, is a traditional rite of passage for visitors. Everyday crowds gather to toss coins into the fountain's water to ensure that one day they'll return to the Eternal City. It's an unforgettable sight any time of the day, but it's particularly stunning after dark when it's all lit up. The Pantheon. The Pantheon, a 2,000-year-old temple-turned-church, is the best preserved of Rome's ancient monuments and truly extraordinary building. It's vast and you'll feel very small as you head inside and look up at the record-breaking dome soaring above your head. St. Peter's Basilica and the Vatican Museum. Founded in the 1500s, the Vatican Museum easily brandished one of the largest and most significant art collections of the planet. Few of Rome's artistic highlights are as overpowering as Michelangelo's frescoes in the Sistine Chapel. After basking in all the beauty, head to St. Peter's Basilica, which reigns as the largest basilica in the world. These are just a few of the amazing beauties this city has to offer.
So, it's time to prepare our arrival a bit and see how far we are during this checkup. I hope you enjoyed the informative video about Rome. Know a bit more about our destination. So now let's have a look at our arrival. First of all, there is no ATC or anything online, which means we're gonna have a look for our arrival airport and see what we can expect. So the best is runway 25. So let's see how our route is planned. We actually have this one, so I would like to change it up to route 20. There we go, to 25. Yes, remove the arrival route. And let's have a look at our what we could do. This looks quite okay. Let's have this one. And then let's see our ILS for 25. Nice, because we fly over Rome. Can actually give us quite a nice perspective. So that's Rita 2 kilo on ILS 25. Do we have a transition? CMP. And there we go. Let's see how that looks like on our route. Does really look like there's a discontinuity. Let's see a bit better overview. Looks about right. So, since we now know that it's runway 25, we're gonna put a fix in. And first we put in a 10. Oh. Because that's for the flaps and the speed. And we put in, actually, a top of descent. Let's calculate that one. It's not that hard, but this is our cruise level. Divided by 1,000 times 3, 105. There we go. Probably had flight steps. 290 at Albet. Is that so? Yeah. Well, we are at Albet. So we actually can go to our flight step. What a coincidence. Here we go to our flight step. That means that the top of the descent has changed. It's now divided by 1,000 times 3, 87. Let's make it 90 just in case. There we go. That's our fix. So here is our top of descent as of how we calculate it. Oh, that's why I'm confused, because this is Albet and that is Altap. Alright, so Altap and then Likbu. We go here. Likbu, VTap. VTap. It's not Altap, that's retap. So before retap, that's actually alright. Well, that's all good. That is all good. There we go. So a bit after Albet, we're going to be at flight level 290, which is also in our flight plan. And then maybe it still calculates it by itself, our top of descent, and otherwise we just need to keep that in mind. What is this gonna look like? Max 250 knots, max 230 knots at Likbu. Any height restriction? Doesn't really look like it. The clearance limit, yeah, that's all good. But there we go. A max flight level of 200. So at Ritab we already would like to be at flight level 200. Okay. And you continue on, and we would like to be at 3,000 feet for our arrival. You can tune in the ILS. Why not? We'll just do that. So our course is 247. ILS is 11015. Yep, that's right, 11015. And the minimums are, here you go, ILS, yeah, 243. Just gonna give some more food. We also have a METAR where we will have our wind and the QNH, so that's also very handy. Just tune it in as well. A destination. Transition level. Let's put it at 6,000. See altitude, so then that's all good. QNH is 1014 we saw. Load the winds. Great. All right. Like, I don't see really a top of descent that is now automatically put in there. But at retap we said we wanted to be at least at flight level. Well, this is quite good though. This descent rate, I can handle that. Which means at Bakno, that would be our top of descent. Select. Alright. Put this in. to go to... Yeah, this might be alright. Let's see if it does it automatically, and otherwise we're all gonna be good. Because we know now when to descend by ourselves. There we go. Zoom a bit out so we know where in Italy we are. And here's where we're gonna have double descent. So we're gonna speed it up again, just for a tiny bit, until we really start descending. See you then. Welcome back, and we have started our approach into Rome. Still no ATC online. Which is perfect, that we can just follow our approach route. Let's have a look if we are right where we want to be. Regarding, we want to be at CMP at 5,000 feet, so we go and descend a bit further now, which is great. And then we can actually have our passenger view on, why not? There we go. And I'm quickly gonna have a toilet break, and then I'll be right back to start our approach further on. I'm back, and I think just in time to queue. Oh, but we are way too high. We're way too high. Let's see if we can do something about that. Disengage autopilot. Just make a nosedive. I've been doing all kind of stuff while we were flying, and that's just not good. We are going way too fast. No, we got a missed approach. Landing gear up. We call it a missed approach. So we stay at 3,000 feet, and we're just gonna do a landing. There we go. Let's get this thing under control again. And we'll just see if we can turn this baby around. And redo this thing. So we go to 3,000 feet. And we take the heading for the missed approach. There we go. This is also interesting. Luckily there's no ATC online. And we're just gonna do this whole approach again. I really had to go very urgently to the toilet. I think that was where we went wrong. Well, we gotta even better passenger view, a longer one now, so not to worry.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit once again, unfortunately it looks as though our arrival might be a little behind schedule. We'd like to apologize in advance for any inconveniences this may cause, but please be assured we're doing our best to get you on the ground as quickly as we can. Thanks for your patience.
.230 is the speed limit, so that's okay. We go to 3,000 feet, that's the missed approach altitude. And then we will turn back to catch the ILS again. Alright, 230, we tuned in the approach again. This was very bad, very unprofessional. The way I descended, wow. The plane is still complete. I don't know why this keeps doing this. I would like to have the I'm a bit ashamed of this approach. But well, yeah. Can happen. We didn't crash, so we're quite good now. Yeah, but why? Why do we keep descending to 1,000?
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
Doesn't make sense. Look how low we are. Welcome to Dan Sim Amateur Pilot. So now I turn this off. I want altitude hold, but look, it just keeps descending. Why does it do that? Keep it like this. Come on. Well, if you want to learn, then this is a good video to learn what you do if you do if you have a missed approach and how you would like to turn around to get to the ILS again, which is here. So we're just gonna keep on, and then manually with the heading, we'll just see how we do that. Landing gear is up, flaps are good. We are going to do it again. Very curious what happens if we now turn on the approach. Because we can kind of catch the glide slope here and everything. So let's see. Let's go. Let's have a look what is gonna happen. Alright, he turns to get the ILS. That's positive. So now we can actually slow down. To get flap 2, flap 1.
Cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for landing. Thank you.
1, 2, 5, 10. Alright, 146. So we'll make it 151. Landing gear. We have the glide slope. Flaps look good. Put this in there. Alright. We have the runway in front of us. That's also good. We are slowing down. Flaps are right. This looks all more promising now. So after all this drama, looks like we still can make a proper landing. Here we go.
Cabin crew, seats for landing.
This is all very interesting, but I'm happy that we have it a bit more under control now. Alright, let's auto throttle off. Get it a bit more. Alright. Autopilot disengage.
Approaching minimums.
Continue.
Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Okie dokie. And we landed, ladies and gentlemen. Not completely on the center line, but after this dramatic approach, you can be happy that we landed. Not the best of approaches, but the landing was not bad. Welcome to Rome. If all the legs in this world tour is gonna be like this, then we're gonna be needing to brace ourselves. But hey, we had a proper takeoff and a proper landing, and for the rest, we're all good. So if you don't approach nice or anything, just don't give up. Questioning where to put it, but we're gonna place it right here somewhere. Yeah, right over there. That looks good. Oh, there's no line for me to see. So then we'll just do it by guess. I think this looks quite okay. And we made it safely. There we go. Let's have a look at the engines. Need to cool down.
Cabin crew, please disarm doors.
Alright, that's connected, that's great.
Cabin crew, the aircraft is secure. Please open doors. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit once again, we have arrived at the gate, and I hope you enjoyed your flight with us today. On behalf of myself, the first officer, and the cabin crew, we wish you a safe and pleasant journey from the airport and hope to see you again soon. Thanks for flying with us.
Alright, so how are we gonna debrief this this flight here? Overall, the flight was nice, was good. Unfortunately, there was nowhere ATC online for us, so that was a miss. The approach was not the best that we have done ever. Also not really real, but we kind of flew a nice missed approach and still were able to land. The ground power is connected, so we switch to ground power. That means that the APU can be turned off. There we go. This can all be turned off. And that was it. Thank you very much. Have a great day. And see you on the next leg of the Dancing Pilot World Tour. Bye bye.